for those who have passion and stamina and a dream that is strong enough to sustain them. Each of you who are about to walk across this stage earned your degrees through many, many late nights, early mornings, and in between a lot of hard work. But that's what it takes to be a graduate of this school. I think you knew that when you came here. And regardless of where your lives and careers lead in the coming years, I hope you'll always be glad for the challenges that the faculty, staff, and your fellow students put in front of you each and every day during the time you were here. With that in mind, I'd like to ask the faculty and the staff who played such an important role in your education to take a moment, stand, and let me say thank you. And while this is a day of celebration about the future, I want to take just a moment and remember three very special people who helped to make this school what it is today. Herb Farmer, who most of our graduates never had a chance to know, was here for 71 years and passed away this last year. And when you go over to the reception and you see all the wonderful cameras on display, those are Herb's tribute. Mel Sloan was our longest serving faculty member and developed much of the curriculum that you have pursued while you were here. And of course, finally, Anne Friedberg, who many of you studied with, many of those of you graduating today knew Anne, a great scholar, theorist, and leader who is sorely missed by all of us. Each year, there's a magical moment for me, and it's the moment right now when I get to look out at all of you who are about to graduate, filled with extraordinary potential, and get to imagine what you're going to do next. Well, in all the years I've been here, I've never been disappointed by what you do. And those that went before you, no doubt, you will do just as well as you continue to lead the field in whatever path you take. And we will all be watching with great pride, great hope for you, and great affection. As you leave here today, you will join the ranks of many alumni, and they will be there to welcome you into the profession, just as they welcomed you here and supported you while you were here in so many ways. We now all expect that you will very soon be there for those who follow in your footsteps. That's the tradition. Being part of SCA is a lifetime commitment, and we count on you to carry that legacy with you as you join one of the most wonderful communities of alumni anywhere on earth. And now, let's begin our ceremony by welcoming Professor Michael Renoff, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, to the podium to present the Staff Recognition Award. Michael?
The Staff Recognition Award is an honor bestowed upon a particularly noteworthy member of the staff of our school. It is the faculty, of course, who are charged with the training and education of the students, and we take enormous pride in their accomplishments. But the faculty simply could not do their work without the unstinting efforts of our first-rate professional staff. Anyone who has drawn a paycheck at the School of Cinematic Arts over the past 30 years has benefited from the knowledge and expertise of Ingrid DeCook. She's called our Human Resources Manager, which means she oversees every administrative need associated with all the school's personnel, faculty, staff, and student workers. Ingrid's our go-to person on many fronts. Have a question about your benefits package? Talk to Ingrid. You're an SCA faculty member working with a filmmaker visiting from abroad who's encountered visa problems. Ingrid could probably help. You're a staff member feeling uncomfortable around your supervisor and you don't know where to turn. Better go see Ingrid. That's right. For 30 years, it's been Ingrid DeCook's job to handle all the sticky, complicated, highly sensitive and confidential personnel matters that arise in our school, and she does a sensational job. And unlike Toby on The Office, she has earned the respect, trust, and confidence of every single employee in the School of Cinematic Arts. Ingrid, please come forward. Staff, and students of the School of Cinematic Arts, I thank you for 3 decades of outstanding service. As a token of our thanks, I'm pleased to present you with this commemorative coin bearing the image of the original film school, shacks, made from silver recovered from old film stock in the school's own lab. It's a symbol of the grand tradition of our school and is bestowed on you in appreciation for all you've given. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I have been here a while. I'm on my 3rd set of buildings. I remember the old shacks. But one thing that hasn't changed has been the wonderful staff and faculty, and of course the fabulous students that I've worked with over decades. Thank you so much. This means a lot. And congratulations, graduates.
And now we want to welcome to the podium Domer, who will present the Outstanding Alumni Award to our recipient this year. Do?
Thank you, Elizabeth. Each year, the school and the Mary Pickford Foundation pay tribute with the Pickford Award to a person who attended USC whose achievements are so remarkable that they bring special distinction to the USC School of Cinematic Arts and to our industry. Mary Pickford, known as America's sweetheart, was a silver screen legend, gracious, beautiful, and charming. She was an internationally beloved movie star who appeared in over 200 silent films, and she was also an astute businesswoman who demanded and received complete artistic control over her work, as well as a salary on par with those of the most popular male film actors of her time. As the 16th Pickford recipient, John Landau joins a roster of highly talented men and women, including William Fraker, Conrad L. Hall, Alan Ladd Jr., Michelle Manning, Walter Murch, Jay Roach, Gary Rydstrom, Stacy Scher, John Singleton, David L. Wolper, Robert Zemeckis, Laura Ziskin, Ray Harryhausen, Brian Grazer, and Shonda Rhimes. All of the Pickford awardees are distinguished by their extraordinary and unique vision for pushing the boundaries of the moving image, and John is no different. As the producer of both Avatar and Titanic, the #1 and #2 worldwide grossing movies of all time, Landau has played a vital role in bringing these magnificent cinematic experiences to the screen. The years of effort that Landau poured into these incredible stories have resulted in stunning works of entertainment that have radically redefined the possibilities of the art form. These films, along with many others that John helped bring to fruition during his time as Vice President of Feature Production at 20th Century Fox, include Die Hard 2, the Home Alone movies, and Last of the Mohegans. They represent big screen entertainment at its absolute best, and they make a powerful statement in favor of the theater-going experience. He has won the Academy Award, the Golden Globe, the DGA Award, and today we are so proud to honor him with the Mary Pickford Award. Please join me in a warm round of applause for John Landau.
Thank you very much. It's an incredible honor to be here. Something I never thought when I was a student out there in buildings that are very different than today would ever happen. The last time I was lucky enough to be up on this stage was 1998 when Titanic won the Oscar for Best Picture. And I came up and I said then that I don't write, I can't act, and I can't direct, and that's why I have to produce. And I know that there's nothing in the world that I would rather do than do what I'm doing. But I also know that if I wasn't lucky enough to produce, I would find something else in this incredible industry of ours to do. Because I think what we do, no matter what part of it you're in, it's a collaborative effort. And I think that is so exciting to bring entertainment to the world today. I talk about the buildings and how the buildings have changed so much since I was here. One thing that really hasn't changed is the faculty and what they teach and what they instill. And I'll just tell you from personal experience, I didn't appreciate that in my first few years out of college. It wasn't until later on and I was able to reflect back on what people had really taught me, not the technical classes, but the human interaction that I had with the teachers and how I was using some of those moments and trying to inject them into the films that I was working on, that I really understood the significance of what USC brought to me. We had a little reception earlier, and I looked at 3 people who are currently on the faculty. Michael Pizer, Barnett Kelman, and Jeremy Kagan. These are 3 people who in the early stages of my career, I all worked for. For Jeremy as a PA, for Michael and Barnett as a production manager. And I am thankful to them for the opportunities they not only gave me, but for the wisdom they showed and things that I've learned from still today. So for you, the graduates, this is your day of celebration. This isn't about my award. I say to you that people oftentimes say that college is the best days of your life. I'm here to tell you it's not. The future is. And the future for you is so exciting because I think in what we do in the film industry, we today live in a world where truly anything is possible. So I think the future is very bright for you and very exciting. If I can leave you with one thought, it's that what we do is an art. There's no rules to follow. You have to follow your instincts. And when doing that, keep in mind that while fear can and should never be an option, but failure is. Be daring, take chances, go out there and enjoy, and congratulations.
Thank you, John. We are so very, very proud to have you as an alumnus. You know, one of the wonderful things about being at this school is the people that you get to collaborate with. An amazing group of friends and supporters who have over the years demonstrated unwavering commitment to the school and to its well-being. A school like this doesn't happen without a lot of friends. Their efforts on behalf of the school continue to reap incalculable benefits, and for them we are so grateful. One such supporter is Frank Price, who has been chair of the School Board of Counselors for the past 19 years. We're very lucky to have a friend like Frank, whose passion, intelligence, enthusiasm never ceases to amaze me. His devotion to the school and its mission is tireless, which is why last year we made Frank the second honorary alumnus of this school in our history. In addition to creating the Board of Counselors and serving as a university trustee, he and his wife also created the chair in race and popular culture, which Professor Todd Boyd holds. Frank is the past head of Columbia and Universal Pictures, chairman and CEO of Price Entertainment. If you don't know his name, you certainly know the films for which he was responsible. Kramer versus Kramer, Gandhi, and Out of Africa, just to mention a few of the more than 20 that received Oscar and Oscar nominations. Frank sends his deepest regrets that he couldn't be with us today. He has always been at commencement. But he sent along this message, and now he will introduce for us our commencement speaker.
Thank you, Elizabeth. First, I have to say how sorry I am that I couldn't be here in person for this special day, but I'm happy that I can still be a part of it. Graduates, today is about you and taking time to honor the extraordinary achievements you've made during your time as SCA students. Like decades of Trojans who came before you, each of you now will take the next step on the path toward fulfilling your own goals and aspirations. Your time here at the School of Cinematic Arts has given you a broad set of skills that you'll now have the chance to sharpen and expand upon. With the firm foundation of your education and your own unique voices and experiences, I have no doubt that each of you will make us proud. It's a great privilege to introduce our keynote speaker today. As Chief Executive Officer of DreamWorks Animation, he has been responsible for a remarkable list of acclaimed and successful films, including the Shrek franchise, the first of which won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature, as well as Shark Tale and Kung Fu Panda, both of which received Oscar nominations for Best Animated Feature. He also co-founded and was a principal member of DreamWorks Studios from its founding in October 1994 until it sailed to Paramount in January 2006. Prior to founding DreamWorks Studios, he served as chairman of the board of the Walt Disney Studios from 1984 to 1994. As chairman, he was responsible for the worldwide production, marketing, and distribution of all Disney film entertainment. During his time at the studio, he oversaw the creation of some of Disney's biggest animated and live-action hits, including Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King. In re-establishing Disney as the home of family entertainment, he did so with an unwavering focus on quality and innovation. That same focus is evident as he leads the resurgence of 3D filmmaking with the current worldwide hit How to Train Your Dragon and the hotly anticipated Shrek Forever After, both being released in 3D. Just as he fought for the quality and credibility of animated films, he's fighting for the quality and credibility of 3D filmmaking. In his hands, 3D is far more than just a gimmick. It's already opening up new vistas of storytelling and finding exciting and fresh ways to enthrall moviegoers. Amidst all this, he also makes time to serve on the board of the Motion Picture and Television Fund, Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, California Institute of the Arts, and the Simon Wiesenthal Center. His tireless fundraising work on behalf of AIDS Project Los Angeles has helped to provide its clients with essential medical and social services. I'm also proud that he serves with me on the Board of Counselors for the School of Cinematic Arts. His keen understanding of the industry, passion for the moving image, and vital efforts toward ensuring that SCA achieves its goals make him an absolutely essential member of the board. And our school continues to grow stronger through his steadfast support. Having been a friend of his for many years, I can say from first-hand experience that he's a producer and executive who has always been fully engaged with the project he creates and focused on telling stories that will resonate with audiences around the globe. I have a great deal of respect and admiration for his myriad contributions to the entertainment industry, the art form of the cinema, and we're fortunate to have him with us today. Please give a warm welcome to the keynote speaker for today's commencement, Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2010. During your years here, you've been taught how to meet one of mankind's three basic needs: food, shelter, and storytelling. Yes, storytelling. We have always needed stories just like we've needed food and shelter. From Sophocles to Shakespeare to Spielberg, mankind has valued the work of storytelling. And now, that means all of you. No matter how much the world changes in the years to come, your storytelling talent will be in demand. Today I'd like to talk with you about the most important story you're going to tell, your own. In many ways, this graduation ceremony is the end of Act 1 as you bring to a close your formal education. I'm going to take that off. It's a little more comfortable. Thank you. Tonight, as you sleep, if you sleep, there will be a slow dissolve to Act 2, which begins tomorrow as you leave this place and launch your filmmaking careers. I'm actually still in the midst of my own Act 2, and as it's unfolded, I've made a few script notes which I'd like to share with you in the hope that they will help lead you and me to a satisfying Act 3. Script note number 1, sweat the small stuff. My Act 2 began as a PA for producer David Picker. Generally, there's not a lot of glory in these jobs. Copying scripts you don't get to read, reserving fancy dinners you don't get to eat, booking meetings with celebrities you don't get to meet. And seamlessly, seemingly endless gophering, going for scripts, going for dry cleaning, going for coffee. It can all be quite a drag unless you don't let it be. In my case, whatever David Picker wanted, I actually tried to exceed his expectations. If he knew the coffee shop was a 10-minute trip, I'd actually do my best to have his coffee back in 8. That meant sprinting down the back stairwell, dodging cabs across Fifth Avenue, and returning without even a trace of sweat on my brow. This attitude made even the most mundane task an interesting challenge, and it gave me a chance to stand out. You see, I've noticed that most people are minimalists. They actually figure out what is the least they can do to satisfy a job, and then they do just that and no more. By contrast, I try to be a maximalist. I feel you get back what you put in. Put in the least, and you get the least result. Put in the most, and you will get the most. So answer emails, return phone calls, show up on time, give 110% to deliver 120%. You never know which menial chore will get you noticed. And don't just exceed expectations on the job, but actually do it everywhere, with friends, colleagues, and family. And speaking of family, I'd like to take a moment with you to recognize your parents, without whom I think it's safe to say none of you would have made it through Act 1. So can we give a big round of applause for parents? So this brings me to script note number 2. Just say no to no. Like any good screenplay, the script of your life will have lots of conflict and adversarial relationships. The word no will crop up a lot. Time for you to get out your red pen and do a little dialogue polish. When people tell you no, try to coax out of them a different response. For example, not now, not yet, maybe, some other time, I'll get back to you, give me a week, let me think about it. Any of those answers other than no. I'm sure many of you are sitting there saying, okay, well, that's easy for him to say, he's head of a studio. Well, first of all, I assure you that people do still try to say no to me all the time. And secondly, remember that, like many of you, my second act began as a PA. Back then, instead of asking exhibitors to build 15,000 3D screens in 10 minutes, I was asking a guy at a counter to pack up that coffee so that I could get back to the office in under 10. I didn't accept no then, and I don't now, and neither should you. This kind of persistence requires one thing. You need to believe in yourself. Because if you don't, then why should anyone else? Finally, I'd actually like to offer you script note number 3, which is don't be afraid of being afraid. As you look ahead to your Act 2, you're seeing a lot of blank pages. And any writer will tell you that blank pages are a very, very scary thing. I'm here to tell you it's okay to be scared, and not just now, but at all those times in your life when you're going to have to deal with the challenge of change. I'm sure commencement speakers all over the country today are proclaiming the importance of embracing change. Sound advice, but let's be honest, change is almost always terrifying. Change forces us to face the unknown. At these times, we can either shut our eyes tight and hope it goes away, or we can open them wide and look for the opportunity that is nearly always hiding around the corner. Let me offer a few personal examples. As you'll see, my Act 2 has fallen curiously into 10-year cycles of sudden and very scary change. It's 1974, and I was now a PA for Barry Diller, the head of Paramount Studios. Now, life as a PA for a studio head does have its perks. You fly on the corporate jet. Your calls are returned instantly. You meet big stars like Warren Beatty and Tweety. Then one day, Barry told me he was promoting me to a job in movie distribution. No more Gulfstream? No more caviar? No more Tweety? I thanked him, of course, and to this day I hope he didn't see the tear that welled up in the corner of my eye. Initially, I was heartbroken. But the reality was I was stepping on to the first real rung of my career ladder. 10 years later, in 1984, I started my job as chairman of the Walt Disney Studios. This was a daunting position since Disney was soundly in the box office basement. But to make matters worse, on my very first day, CEO Michael Eisner summoned me to his office and told me he was also putting me in charge of animation. I was certain that was the kiss of death. It's hard to believe it now, but in 1984, animation was a giant, money-sucking albatross. Initially, I thought my career was going to be dead-ended by this dead-end art form. But the reality is, I had discovered my career's great passion. Fast forward 10 more years to 1994. Michael Eisner summons me to his office again. This time, he fires me. The studio was riding high. The Lion King was smashing box office records. Beauty and the Beast was conquering Broadway. Home Improvement ruled the airwaves. And I was suddenly unemployed. Let me tell you, getting fired in failure is painful. Getting fired in success is simply humiliating. Initially, my world was shattered. But the reality was, it led to the greatest opportunity of my career, the formation of DreamWorks with my partners Steven Spielberg and David Geffen. Another decade, it's 2004. I attended an IMAX screening to see The Polar Express in 3D by one of your more illustrious graduates, Bob Zemeckis, and I was blown away. It was a new era in filmmaking, and we at DreamWorks Animation were completely unprepared. Initially, I was overwhelmed. Our studio had just completed a very costly conversion to all CG production. Now, we would have to make another major investment and learn a whole new cinematic language. But the reality is that 3D is the biggest thing to happen to the movie business since the arrival of sound and color. It's a phenomenal opportunity with giant implications for our industry and for each and every one of you. Now I look ahead across terrifyingly blank script pages towards another 10 years. 2014 is just around the corner, and I have no idea what seismic shift to expect, but I know one thing: change is coming. I may be a little scared, but mostly I'm ready, and I am confident all of you are too. Here's why I'm so confident. Every great story has a protagonist. And in your story, the protagonist is you. Like all protagonists, you will evolve, adapt, and change, and you will experience the most satisfying of dramatic devices, a character arc, ending up a different person than you began. However, unlike so many cinematic heroes who had to start from the humblest beginnings, you got to conclude your Act 1 at this place, one of the world's greatest schools of cinema. This is a tremendous advantage, thanks to the things you've learned, the friends that you have made, the networks you have started, and the memories that you will take with you. So you can turn to the blank page ahead with a real sense of self-assurance. And as you do, you might keep in mind those 3 script notes. Sweat the small stuff, just say no to no, and don't be scared of being scared. Tonight, you should do what all protagonists do after triumphing at the end of Act 1. Party. Tomorrow, you wake up, maybe a little dazed, probably with a splitting headache, and when your eyes begin to focus, look around. You're in Act 2. And if you find the first big scene fades in on your protagonist dodging between speeding cars, fetching a cup of coffee for a demanding boss, all while working hard to make it look completely effortless, well, trust me, I know some really great stories that started just that way. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, Jeffrey, that you would take time with a film opening to be with us today is a great honor, and I'm sure appreciated by everyone here very, very much. And now is the time you've all been waiting for, the presentation of your degrees. Please welcome back to the podium, Michael Renoff.
Cinematic Arts is a large and varied school with a rich tradition and a boundless future. We boast 6 academic divisions, all of which grant degrees ranging from the BA and BFA, Bachelor of Fine Arts, to the MA, MFA, Master of Fine Arts, and the PhD. We have seated before us this afternoon graduates in the divisions of Film and Television Production, Interactive Media, Writing, Animation and Digital Arts, Critical Studies, and the Peter Stark Producing Program. In a very few minutes, these degrees in these programs will be conferred. Now you may well ask how a film school comes to encompass so many disparate fields of study. First, it's important to note that our school and its curriculum have evolved over more than 80 years. We've built on the achievements of the past while embracing emerging media forms and practices. We continue to fine-tune a specialized curriculum promoting in-depth knowledge of specific fields. That deep understanding readies our graduates for a place in the media industries or in academia. But we are also committed to substantive breadth and to a core set of values that links all of our students. We want all our graduates to have hands-on experience in media production, but we also want them to know something of the history and theory of the media they make. We want them to have a sense of the ethical obligations attached to these powerful tools of expression. In short, we want them all to explore their creativity and sharpen their critical skills and ethical reflexes. We think this integration of theory and practice, creativity and critique is what separates the USC School of Cinematic Arts degree from any other. As a faculty, we salute you, our students, for the hard work and the sacrifices you've made during your time with us. We take pride in your accomplishments now, and will continue to do so always. And now to present the degrees to our first set of graduates, Professor Jack Epps, Chair of the Division of Writing for Screen and Television.
Thank you, and welcome. The renowned film director, Alfred Hitchcock, said, "To make a great film, you need 3 things. The script, the script, the script." Yeah, and there's only one way to provide that script. You have to write, write, write. And just when you think you've got it, you've got to write it again. Now, no 2 success stories are exactly the same. Each person finds their own unique way through the door. But every success story does have a few common elements: passion, persistence, and patience. Passion. This is an all-consuming business. It's a love affair that never dims, and every fiber of your body must want it. Pursue your vision single-mindedly. Believe in your ideas. Believe in your talent. Believe in yourself. It is your passion that will fuel your inspiration. Persistence. Do not be swayed from your path. Stay on it every day. You've chosen the creative life, and that means you're always thinking about stories, and you're always writing new scripts. Keep that dream in front of you, and see it through to the end, no matter how long it takes. And now the tough one. Patience. We are an immediate gratification society. We want it all, and we want it now. Well, you've worked hard, you have a tremendous skill set, and you're ready to go. But the reality is your career will be built one step at a time. Your big break will be the result of many small breaks, and you must take advantage of them when they present themselves. So in other words, it takes a long time to become an overnight success. Let me end with a quote by Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge. But as cinematic art graduates, you have both imagination and knowledge. Good luck, be bold, peace.
Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Writing for Screen and Television, Lauren Barbado. Katrina Janelle Boza. Matthew Chen. Brittany Crawshaw, magna cum laude. Jadalyn Downer, cum laude. Fatima El Nafri, cum laude. Matthew Granados. Carlos Jacinto. Kyle Jarrett. Samantha Jarvis. Ryan Kelleher, cum laude. Caroline Mack, cum laude. Manny Posick, magna cum laude. Hunter Patterson. Patrick Brago. Stephanie Spoletic, cum laude. Morgan Stern. Kimberly Michelle Stewart, magna cum laude. Brett Vandenboss, cum laude. Adam Scott Weissman, magna cum laude. Brandon Willard. Evans Paul Winters. Benjamin Yip, magna cum laude. Receiving the Masters of Fine Arts in Writing for Screen and Television, Jared Beck. Claire Bennett. Sarah Bird. Randy Kunis, thesis with distinction. Dane Cowan. Peter DeFazio. Tim Draga. Laura Durkin. Brian Dyko. Matthew Golod. Dorian Hess, thesis with distinction. David Hunter. Teresa Ingram. Kenneth Johnson II. Ian Ken. Jimmy Kelly. Natalia Kochan. Jason Lerner. Dante Love. Rachel McNevin. Kristen Osteen. Stacy Harshal Jensen. Sawyer Perry. Ross Putman. Sunda, thesis with distinction. Jessica Marie Sutherland. Shannon Triplett. Ronnie Uashira. Sam Viscerelli.
And now to confer the degrees in the Division of Animation and Digital Arts, Sheila Sophia.
It has been an honor to chair the John C. Hens Division of Animation and Digital Arts this past year. I have been awed and inspired by the students graduating today. Despite the enormous amount of expertise required to master your art form, you have succeeded in finding creative expression in a powerful medium. You have made a bold choice to choose to study an art form you love, and it may take time to find your ideal path. That is a wonderful thing. It is important that we are passionate about what we do. Animation has the power to move, entertain, and educate. Whether you work independently or collaboratively, you are part of a creative process that will leave an imprint on audiences. It is a huge responsibility, one you have taken seriously and mastered with skill. While at USC, you have thrown yourself into your art, conquered the technology, and formed lasting relationships with your classmates and your professors. As part of the Hench-Dada family, you will have a place to reach out to for advice and information. We hope you will continue the relationship and keep us informed of your achievements. Hench-Dada alumni have realized success throughout the industry, at institutions across the United States. Our alumni are also independent filmmakers and directors. You have an extensive USC network to draw from, and previous alumni have paved the way and opened doors for you. It is your responsibility to walk through those doors, also paving the way for future alumni to follow. You are beginning an exciting and frightening time of your life, but you have acquired creative thinking, problem solving, and technical skills, as well as an army of friends and professors who support you on your professional journey. We expect great things from you and are confident that you will find deep satisfaction in your work. Congratulations on all your hard work and accomplishments, and you are now about to embark on your next journey.
Receiving the Bachelor of Arts, Animation and Digital Arts, Anna Maria Feist. Sarah Ann Hay. Sherry Swan Chen. Zakia Mason. Ji Yun Nam. Nicolette Donahoe. Aaron Siegel. Imran Shafi. Yan Liu. And Daniel Wu. Receiving the Masters of Fine Arts, Animation and Digital Arts, Michael Farik. Jacob Elbers. Thomas Chow Tong Hua. Cha Chi Chung. Diana Jo Reichenbach. Lara Yilmaz. Timothy Garbutt. Kendra Ryan. Alan Kinnensberg. Malak Quota. Sefer Der Kur. John Arellano. And Colin McCall.
Conferring degrees in the Peter Stark Producing Program, Larry Turner.
I hope all you graduates will follow Jeffrey Katzenberg's wise, pragmatic admonitions. The Peter Stark program defines a producer as someone who causes the film or TV show to be made. We hope we've taught you that. But what we cannot teach you is something more important. What stories will you cause to be made? What characters will you find worthy? I hope you will be attracted to positive, life-affirming stories. Having chosen you for the START program in the first place, I think you will. But for now, please come forward to receive your degrees.
Receiving MFA degrees from the Peter Stark program. Shamika Price. Brittany Hapner. Victor Ridara. Alison Gaddy. Jason Kaminsky. Miriam Bakalsa. Matthew Conrad. Daniel John Patinkin. Nadia Ahmad. Tracy Oliver. Casey Kienchu Poe. Javier Vanegas. Patrick Fitzgerald Riley. Ha Vu. Joy Gans. Eric Feynman. Stuart Friedel. Adam Wagner. Tyler Fredrickson. Nicholas Twister Murchison. Nicholas van der Meer. Lindsay Gordon. Emily Mollenkoff. Coco Francini.
conferring the degrees in the Division of Production for Film and Television,
I've heard a bit of nervousness from both students and also from a few parents about what the next step should be towards a career. And also some concern about what the general value of what your degrees are at a time when the industry and the economy in general is in a bit of a slump. Well, I would like to respond to that concern by saying as loud and as clear as I possibly can that never before in the history of the cinematic arts has there been more opportunity than there is today. Never before have there been hundreds of television channels, hundreds of independent films made every year. Never before has there been such a renewed interest in animation and films being made using the new technology of 3D and motion capture. Never before have more people been needed to transport moving images from conception to multiple kinds of screens for the purpose of entertainment, education, and the myriad of uses in our daily lives. Never before has there been more opportunity for people who have the knowledge and the experience. And the good news is you have that knowledge and experience. I know that every one of you have learned the skills and the art of producing, directing, cinematography, editing, and sound. This outstanding faculty sitting behind me has given me the tools, and now it's up to you to bring your unique vision and your individual voice to the work, to bring the passion and the drive that's needed to take full advantage of the opportunities that await you. And so as you continue on your journey of self-discovery, remember it is your individual voice and the courage to express your ideas that will allow you to shine. You may be hired originally for your expertise and your technique, but you will be rehired again and again and again for the passion that you bring to that technique. So remember, the cinematic arts matter. Cinema has a huge impact on our lives and on our culture. The cinematic arts have an influence on how we think, how we behave, and how we define ourselves. To quote the Polish director Kieslowski, if cinema aspires to be part of culture, it should do the things that great literature, art, and music do. It should elevate the spirit, help us understand ourselves and the world around us, and give people the feeling that they are not alone. So to the class of 2010, I say congratulations, I wish you good luck, and I say go out there and seize those endless opportunities. And now, with pleasure, I introduce Cedric Berry, who will read the names of the graduating production students.
Good afternoon. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts from the Division of Film and Television Production, Corbin Billings, summa cum laude. Victor Matthew. John Showerman. Joshua Lipton. Basil Gandor. David Littman. Genevieve Perot. Magna cum laude. Stephen White, magna cum laude. Dominique Smith Weston. Amy Bach, magna cum laude. Lindsay Farmer. Andrew Sandler. Sam Alasapu. Lisa Morberg. Matthew Morris, magna cum laude. Hana Watanabe Rocco, magna cum laude. Lindsay Cohen, summa cum laude. Caesar Arvizo, cum laude. Adrian Azevedo, magna cum laude. Lucy Grant Wells. Lauren Gable, cum laude. Leah Sargent, cum laude. William Tiki. Bamani Story. Cody Daniel Mariam. Lee Archer. Sarah Jane Cottle. Christian Martinez. Stacy Munoz. Jane Holland. Rachel Lugman, magna cum laude. Ignacio Garrett. Gabriel Busco, cum laude. Jessica Ebery, cum laude. Samuel Kenko, magna cum laude. Joshua Saywitz, cum laude. Samuel Gear, cum laude. Taylor Giannatos, Haas. Taylor Sitton. Adam Hamer. Christopher Zaitchik, cum laude. Jasmine Warner Pullman. Daniel Lawler, magna cum laude. Jacob Halajian. Sol Lee. Carly Miller. Macon Tobolewski, cum laude. Brian Baxley, cum laude. Catherine Ames, magna cum laude. Lauren Thatch. Rafael Garcia. Maydell White. Ryan Johnson. Amy Thurlow. Jonathan Siebel, cum laude. Aaron DeBacker. Leo F. Cunningham. Olivia Lee Celestine, cum laude. Paul Sage, cum laude. Armin Tamizian, cum laude. Eric Benolstein, cum laude. Brandon Hahn. Allison Hua J. Jessica Kelly. Kyle Hausman Stokes, cum laude. Michael Holcomb. Brett Long, cum laude. Joseph Bodner. Lauren Friedman, cum laude. Laurel Tincher. Nelson De Castro, cum laude. Ryan Ritchie, magna cum laude. Jasmine Dagigia, magna cum laude. Catherine Burke, summa cum laude. Peter Schollinger. Tyler Mell, cum laude. Nicholas Miller, cum laude. Wilson Schlamm. Brian Kent. Vanessa Black. Aldo Orestano. Marilyn Morris, magna cum laude. Justin Hamilton. Callie Manacia. Marcus De Negro, magna cum laude. Blake Saltzman. Rachel Geralds, cum laude. Craig Ormiston, summa cum laude. Michael Larson. Cherish Chen, cum laude. Brian Peska, magna cum laude. Zachary David Baumgartner. Allison Allen Larson, cum laude. Ben Waller. Stuart McLean. Nicole Winsell. Leah Burton, magna cum laude. Ben Skier. Receiving the Masters of Fine Arts from the Division of Film and Television. Pat Ewell. Valen Hernandez. Elizabeth Yarwood. Shannon Latimer. Matthew Mercer. Win-Cha Chang. Jennifer Cho. Jason Wall. Peter Bruner. Mallory Snyder. John Dion. David Paul Meyer. Clara Oranovich. Stephen Ringer. Depeche Jam. Ian Christian Blanche. Sanjeev Solanji. Wee Gu. Mark Cummins. Raymond Lai. Joseph Dean McDonald. Chung Wei. Elizabeth Wells. Elizabeth Manischel. Catherine Wincourt. David J. Friedman. Nadia Nikolic Bowen. Catherine Owens. Mariana C. Flores. Orhan Ayasli. Mariam Hasna Maznavi. Isaac Ergas. Yasmin Assemi. Eric Bergman. Melissa Rundle. Christina Hammonds Reed. Kevin Law. Nathan Ruger. Beth Moody. Alex Pickering. Juanisha Wilkins Short. Jeanette McDuffie. William Brent McHenry. Douglas Jessup. Christopher Caraballo. Catherine Lowe. Mitsuyo Miyazaki. Philip Hodges. Alan Fisher. Jason White. Renee Reed. Emmanuel Negrilla. Fawaz Amatruk. Alberto Belli. Leia Juanetta Dizon. Matthew Rowe. Christine Uribas. Michael Gresham. Jack Alexander. Hartley Boss. Tony Camorada. Dennis Costello. Lynn Nyot van Gar. Stephen Wasserman. Aaron Hartley. Mitsuhiro Sakai.
And now to confer the degrees for the Division of Interactive Media, Tracy Fullerton.
Good afternoon. So interactive media is the youngest of the disciplines taught here at the School of Cinematic Arts. But playful, interactive experiences like the ones that our students create are historically one of the oldest forms of human communication and entertainment. Whether created for amusement or education, exercise of the body or the mind, in fierce competition or casual sociality, games and interactivity are at once very old and fantastically new. This integration of tradition and innovation is at the heart of our programs, where the students graduating today have learned the core skills of visual storytelling and have also mastered the expressive and dramatic potentials of interactive entertainment. These students have come to us from very diverse backgrounds and nationalities and with unique interests and skills, and here they've brought that diversity to bear on the range of projects they've produced. They've been challenged to develop their own creative voices and to blend those voices in collaborative teams for projects that require all of their skills combined and then some. They've learned to conceptualize an idea, articulate it, and lead a process that brings that idea to life. The degrees they receive today are in interactive media, but the types of critical thinking and leadership skills they've learned here will serve them well in whatever types of media they choose to practice or invent. The students graduating today have already begun to integrate into the industry. They've won internships with companies like Activision, THQ, LucasArts, Microsoft, among others. For these graduates, and I'm speaking to you guys directly now, the grand challenge ahead of you is not how to enter the interactive entertainment industry, but how to rethink it, re-envision it as part of the changing landscape of story and play that we see ahead of us. I trust you not to focus on the shiny, spinning objects of technology that are ever-changing, but on the things that don't change, on creating media experience that touch us emotionally, that challenge us intellectually, and that will define the next generation of meaningful interactive entertainment. Come forward and receive your degrees.
Receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Interactive Entertainment, McCullough Morris. Ivana Edry, cum laude. Eric Nichols. David Viatoro. Brandon Brissette. Lauren Caraccia. Michael Kane. Damon Stay, double major in cinema production. Brian Abrams. Benjamin Reese, cum laude. Alexander Stamos, cum laude. Bryant Cannon. David Harrison Turpin, double major in cinema production, cum laude. Joseph Spradley. Andrew Moxon.
Receiving the Master of Fine Arts in Interactive Media, Brandy Wilcox. Nahil Sharkassi. Peter Van Dyke. Lulu Sao. Brian Jacobs. Taeyang Ru. Cynthia Nee. Ala Diab.
Last but not least, conferring degrees in the Division of Critical Studies.
Congratulations, Critical Studies class of 2010.
Congratulations to those of you who are earning your BA, MA, or PhD. We are deeply proud of you. I'd like to acknowledge, as Dean Daly did earlier today, on this important day, someone who's not here with us, our colleague and former chair of critical studies, Professor Anne Freeberg, who passed away last fall. Many of you had the good fortune to work with her, and I hope you will remember her many contributions and her tremendous generosity as you move on to the next stages of your life. Some of you may have been asked, some of you may have yourself wondered, some of you perhaps are still wondering, what can I do with a degree in critical studies? To this, I will respond simply. What can you do? To complete a BA, MA, or PhD in critical studies is not only to have studied the history and theory of the media with some of the most renowned professors in the field, in critical studies and throughout the School of Cinematic Arts, and to have been exposed to a vast array of work from the first moments of cinema to the most recent iterations of digital media. To have completed a degree in critical studies is also to have studied world cultures, history and politics, literature, theater and narrative theory, art, visuality and aesthetics, psychology and human behavior, race, ethnicity and gender, business, economics and industry, engineering, computer science and technology, and law and ethics. You have done the work of multiple fields and disciplines, and each of you should be receiving more than one degree today. You should be angry that you aren't. Not surprisingly then, critical studies majors, masters, and doctors have become scholars at the leading institutions of media studies throughout the world. You have written, produced, and directed films and TV programs. You have acted in them, written about them, distributed, promoted, programmed, and curated them. But you have also argued cases before the Supreme Court, written novels and poetry, covered world news, founded successful businesses, opened vanguard art spaces, made inspired art, and envisioned innovative new web designs. Critical studies is the liberal arts education of the future, and you have completed it now. You are the Renaissance women and men of this era, and you will define for us the future paths we pursue. Congratulations, class of 2010, and thank you for everything.
Made the Bachelor of Arts in Critical Studies for Kyle Leach. LJ Kim. Lynn Kim. Grace Kim. Heike Bernison, magna cum laude. Eric Wanunen. Lyric Kaplan. Brittany Young, cum laude. Adrian Vista, cum laude. Vasha Shani Luchman. Joseph Emerald. Caitlin Holland, cum laude. Sarah Baylock, magna cum laude. Tony Ann Natalicio, cum laude. Jeffrey Cameron, cum laude. Zachary Cheney Rice, cum laude. Timothy Smith, summa cum laude. Neil Morrow. Angela Nguyen. James Coleman, cum laude. Caitlin Leah Darby. Daniel Droboyowski. Zachary Goldbaum. Aaron Christabel. Andre Morgan. Andrew Sherman. Haley Tracer. Sloan Hayes Scala, cum laude. Ana de Diego Romero. Simon Vallejo. Bianca Octore Cavar. Leanne Dyke. Christopher Cabranian, cum laude. Nicholas Hajar. Misty Ann Mahinalani Oka. Diego Aramidi. Atmika Diwania. Allison M. Gillogley, magna cum laude. Megan McMillan, cum laude. Marina Uribe. Darian Lopez. Kyle McKenzie. Janet Crouppen. Jacqueline Enlow. Emily Sherman. Don Clark Fitzgerald, cum laude. Cortland Noble. Blake Lucenhoff. Michael Hayes Pitts. Pearl Chung, cum laude. Eric Ebert. Suzanne Block. Amanda George, cum laude. Amanda Herman. Emily Faulkner. Jenna Jones. Kelsey McCartney. Spencer Kelleher. Nick Andres, cum laude. Elisa Naso. David Stevens, magna cum laude. Brian Grady. Ryan Hack. Nova Quatrin, cum laude. Emily Rothstein, cum laude. Meredith Bowling, cum laude. Max Burrell. Stephen Nigro. Ryan Suter. Kieran Beebe, magna cum laude. Eric Foss, cum laude. Max Berger. Jackie Zimmerman. William Grant Isles. Scott Melendez. John Wheeler, magna cum laude. Richard Fletcher, magna cum laude. Kelly Johnson, cum laude. Katie Slovan, magna cum laude. Wyatt Thomas. Thomas Wyatt. Brian Smith. Craig Subing. Jacqueline Kynan. Emily Rua, magna cum laude. Ian Miller, cum laude. Nicholas Oda. Ann Smythe. Justin Benjamin Cortez. Brett Noborikawa. Angela M. Cavalle. Christian Capobianco. Grant Severson. Matthew Jones. Andre Santo. Eli Nassau. Mikhail Levin, magna cum laude. And now for the Master of Arts in Critical Studies, Danny Levinson. Lara Bradshaw. Molly Schneider. Sorry. Excuse me. Amber Boyer. Lucy Marzola. Nikolai Maslow. Allison Fosberg. Andrew White. Chang-Wan Choi. Austin Miller. Randolph Ma. And Michael Liu. And now we move on to the culmination, our PhDs in Critical Studies. Each of our 10 PhD candidates will be hooded as part of the ceremony. And we begin with Adon Avalos. Adon's co-chairs are in cinema. Next to be hooded by Professor Kinder is James Boyda. James' title is The Disease of Time, Aging and the Narrative Imperative. The next candidate will be hooded by Professor Tracy Fullerton. It's Christopher C.P. Hansen. His chair is Journals. Christopher's title is One More Time, Instances, Applications, and Implications of the Replay. Last but not least, and hooded by Chair Michael Renoff, is Annabelle Holness Rowe. Annabelle's title is Animating Documentary. And that concludes all of the critical studies.
Congratulations. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and friends, and on behalf of many alumni, it's my great pleasure to welcome each and every one of you as the newest members of the cinema family. A family often fondly known as the USC Mafia. There's 10,500 of them out there before you join them. And for 8 decades, they have shaped entertainment and popular culture and our understanding of it around the globe. We expect no less of you. There will be a reception for all of you back on the campus. As someone said at the top, please save your tickets. And I would like to say one thing that I said to you when you all came here. Look around. Look at the people sitting next to you. Chat with them for the rest of today and for the rest of your lives. They will be your best friends. And now, my heartfelt congratulations and my deepest wishes that all of your dreams will come true. Please, will everyone remain seated until the platform parley has left the auditorium. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.